Morning guys, so today we are going to have a go at making our own mini compost bin. Now for this there's loads of things you're going to need, but they're all really simple things that you've probably got lying around your house. So the first thing you're going to need is a plastic bottle. Okay, I've also got some compost or some soil. It's got some worms in, so I want some worms ready. I've got some dry leaves. You don't need those, but it's just something extra. Some food scraps, a bit of bread, some kitchen towel, a little bit of water, some cardboard, some stones, and some elastic bands. You're going to need all of those things, quite a few things. You're going to need them all to help you out with this. Okay, so what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get your bottle, get a pair of scissors, get your grown-ups to help you if you need to, and you're going to cut through the bottle so that you've got a good portion of it, but you don't want the top bit. We need to be able to get into that top bit. So I'm just going to cut round until I've got just like that. Make sure you don't litter anywhere. I'll put that in the bin later. But I've got my bottle now, the little hole at the top, ready to go. Once I've got that far, I'm going to get the stones next. I want a layer of stones just in the bottom. So when I've got my stones, I'm going to pop them all in there. Just like that. All of them go in. Okay, it doesn't matter how many you've got, just a nice little layer at the bottom. Okay, once I've got that layer at the bottom, I'm going to put some soil in. Now, as I said before, or some compost that's already pre-done. Now, as I said before, mine's already got some worms in, because that will kick-start your compost bin off. Okay, it will start already without having to wait for the worms to get to it and find it. So I'm just going to put some of that gently in. Now, as I say, there are some worms in there, so I'm going to be very careful I don't hurt them as I put in the compost. Okay, just like that. Now please make sure you ask your parents before you start digging up your garden. I'm in a nice big field here, so I can dig away, and it won't matter too much. There's one more worm in there. I'm just going to pop that little worm in there as well. Okay, so now you can see we're about a quarter full there, and we've still got quite a bit to go. I'm going to get the water next, and I only need a splash of water, only a little splash. So I'm just going to put a little splash in there, maybe a little bit more, and that's because worms do not like dry. They don't like it dry, they like it nice and moist and wet. So there we go. Once I've got that far, now I can start to add the things like my food scraps and all that waste. And as you get more scraps off the side and the kitchen side when you're cooking, put it in there. It will decompose, it will all break up, the worms will eat it. Okay, and that's how you're going to get your nice compost that you can put on your flowers later. Okay, so I've got bits of bread here. Okay, it's gone a bit funny, so I'm just going to pop that in. Just a couple of bits of bread into there. And I'm also going to put a little bit of lettuce and onion, things like that I've had left. Might even pop a tomato in there, it's gone a little bit soggy. And some pepper as well. It's not going to hurt, they'll eat it all. Okay, and that's, as I say, it's going to take up majority of your tub then, is you're going to fill it up with all that lovely stuff. Lots of food for those worms. I'm going to put just a few leaves in there as well. They do like leaves, that's where all the leaves disappear to in the autumn. Before the winter comes in, they eat a lot of leaves. If it weren't for the worms, we wouldn't have much there. Okay, and the final thing I'm going to do before I finish off is I'm going to put a little bit of kitchen towel. I'm going to rip it up just like that. I'm going to rip it up into lots of different pieces, and I'm going to dip that into the water that I have, and I just want to make a layer over the top here. Now all that's going to do is it's going to stop a bit of the smell, okay, because they do smell a little bit, so try not to put them on a window ledge, maybe stick them outside. Even if you've got very limited garden space, it would be handy. Not essential though, not essential. If you do it right, it won't smell at all. So I'm just going to put a little bit more in there. Again, nice and wet, doesn't matter, worms like it. So now you can see I've got my stones at the bottom, my soil or layer compost up there, then I've got my food, and I've just got at the end a little bit of wet kitchen towel that I've popped there. I've now got some dry kitchen towel. And what I'm going to do with the dry kitchen towel, you probably want 2 pieces. Okay, I'm going to just pop that over the top. Okay, What I don't want to happen is I don't want, as I said, that smell to get out and those things to happen there. It also makes it nice and dark inside for the worms. Using my elastic bands, so I'm just going to get an elastic band out. Using my elastic bands, I'm just going to wrap that over the top just to hold it in. So as you can see, I can take that off whenever I want to, a bit like a lid, and I can carry on from there. Now worms like it really, really dark, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of cardboard. I've used just a cereal box here, Tesco's cornflakes, and I'm just going to cut a square out that I can wrap around just to keep it nice and dark for them. Now it won't last very long if it rains because it's cardboard, okay, but it's nice, it's easy to recycle. You can just get some more and pop it on. Again, you can make these quite quick and easy. So I'm just going to put that round there, keep chopping round until I've got all of it chopped off. There we go. Put the scissors down, and then all I'm going to do is wrap that cardboard around. Now I don't really want to see the cornflakes, so I'm going to let the worms see the cornflakes, and I'm going to wrap it around that way, just like that. Again, if you've got a bit of sellotape, you can use a bit of sellotape, but I'm just going to use an elastic band to hold it all in. It's quick and easy, then I can take it off whenever I need to, if I want to put some more food scraps in there, just like that. And there you go. Now it's nice and dark in there for them, and you've got your own little mini compost bin.